Monkey Tales. The Nassau Mouse and the Cat Island Mouse, by Monkey Tales. Now you must know that a city mouse from New Providence, in once upon a time land, went to visit his cousin in Cat Island. The city mouse from Nassau was called Danny and his cousin from Mosstown was Stanley. "Welcome to my out island," said Stanley. "I'm happy to be here with you, I've always wanted to come here," replied Danny. While they're in Cat Island for a week, his cousin fed him grind cornmeal gruel, stale bread, flour pap, with fever grass leaf tea for breakfast. At dinner time they ate the dried burned corn, potatoes, bread, acorns, and fruits. After which they drink a cup of cool well water. After eating this type of food for a week, the city mouse from Nassau turned up his nose and said, "I can't eat any more of this. How can you eat such poor food every day?" Stanley replied angrily, "What do you mean, cousin? I have been eating this way for such a long time, and nothing has happened to me. I enjoy eating my food." "That's your problem, if you don't want to eat it." "I didn't mean to offend you, I'm just so used to my rich tasty food, cousin Stanley," replied Danny. "Tomorrow come with me and see how life is in the city of Nassau. When you have been in the city for a week you will wonder how you could ever have lived on Cat Island," said Danny the mouse. "Sounds like a great idea. I would love to see what you eat and do there." "Let's go," Stanley replied. The two mice set off for the city. They arrived in Nassau late in the night. After the long journey, they were both famished. The Nassau mouse went into the kitchen to get a bite to eat. There they find the remains of a fine feast. They smell the aroma of a delicious turkey. "Yummy, it looks good for my tummy," smiled Stanley. On top of the table, they spotted baked chicken, sausage, cheese, and crackers, and dessert was jelly donuts and cakes and everything nice. "Wow, this is so much food," said Stanley. "I told you so," Danny added. "I wonder if it tastes as good as it looks." Stanley grinned. "Well, the only way to find out is to climb up that table and take a bit," replied City Mouse. "Okay, let's go," Stanley shouted. Suddenly they heard a loud sound. "Meow, meow," the cat cried. "What is that?" said Stanley. "Oh, it is just the house cat," answered Danny. "A cat. Just a cat. Cats eat mice like us, you know." Just at that moment, the door flew open, in came the cat, and the two cousins had to scamper down and run away. "I have never had to run this fast in my life for food," Stanley panted. "We can try again later, Stanley, when the cat is asleep," cried Danny. "Later? Are you crazy? We could have been eaten last night." "Goodbye, cousin," said the mouse from Cat Island. "You are leaving?" said Danny. "Yes, it's better to eat flour pap, ginny corn, and stale bread in peace than to eat baked chicken, fine cheese, and cakes in fear. The moral of the story is, it's better to live happily with little than have a lot of something but in fear for your life." Monkey Tales.